Okay, every year people ask me what they should get their swimmer for Christmas, and I always tell them the same thing. Get a pair of drag socks made by Aquavolo. It's the perfect stocking stuffer for any swimmer. Honestly, there's no simpler training tool to build power in the water than a pair of drag socks. Go to aquavolo.com and use the code BRETT, BRETT, at checkout and save 10%. I'd like to introduce our newest sponsor, Swim Angelfish. Swim Angelfish is an online certification program that strengthens your teaching curriculum to serve swimmers of all abilities. Swim Angelfish will prepare you and your instructors with the skills to teach swimmers with autism, physical disabilities, anxiety, sensory and motor conditions, and more. Learn to teach skills faster and with more comfort with Swim Angelfish. Apply for an Only Alpha Pool Product Scholarship and receive up to 50% off your certification. Go to swimangelfish.com today to apply. Event, heat, lane, name of swimmer, times and places. It's called Swim Nerd Live, and it allows the data and times from your actual scoreboard to be broadcast and viewed in real time on any smart TV, phone, or other device. There are so many things you can do with this software. A very simple and easy to use necessity for any team or facility that is live streaming their meets results. One click on any device and they're watching your swim meet live in real time. Go to swimpractice.com to learn more. Looking to host your first swim meet or replacing an old timing system? Run a swim meet with ease from your laptop using Superior Swim Timing. You can use Superior Swim Timing with your existing equipment, or they can provide you with a complete timing solution, including deck harnesses, buttons, and starter. SST is fully compatible with High-Tech and Team Unify, as well as Colorado, Daktronics, and Amiga touchpads. Go to superiorswimtiming.com to learn more, and be sure to tell them I sent you. All right, Coach Dan Flack, welcome to my podcast, mate. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm awesome. Been a busy week recording some podcasts, and I'm glad to have you with us. Tell us about yourself. The head coach of the Baylor School for many years now. How long's it been?
15.
Wow.
I've been in there for 15 years. Yeah, so far. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, I think it's awesome that when anyone can be in a job for 15 years, I think it's great. But
I agree.
What do you love about the place so much?
I wish I could show you how beautiful it is right here.
Your office is attached to the pool?
Yes. Yeah. Right attached to the pool. It's beautiful. We have a good number of acres with the Tennessee River cutting right through it. We've got two mountains on the either side. It's peak fall. So, you know, being in Auburn, you know the deal.
Oh, right? Yeah.
And
the fall, gorgeous.
Yeah, it's gorgeous here. So I was just looking out going, wow, this is beautiful. I laughed. So we had another meet this past weekend, and I'm like, it's never crappy weather during those weekends, it's always beautiful, and we're here
Yeah.
swimming away, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. So not only are you the head coach of the school, but you're also the head of the club team, the
I
Baylor
am.
Swim Club, right? So
Yep.
what's the difference with the two?
Not a whole lot. Basically, most of the kids who go to school here are on the club team. We do have some kids who live in the area who don't go to school here, and they're on the club team. And
Okay.
so, but it's basically that's basically what it is.
Is there a difference between when they can train, or are they all train together?
For the most part, we during the week they can train with us. On the weekends, in the morning, off times, blah blah blah. After that, they come in after us and do the exact same practice.
Yeah, I figured. So what does that mean for you? Are you just on the deck for long periods of time?
No, I am a happy, a proud dad of 6 kids.
Wow.
So I got to go home, right? And
Good for you. Good for
and
you.
be dad.
Yeah.
But I do instruct, and I'm super proud of what we've accomplished relative to the kids who don't go to school here, but man, they've all gone on to have great careers. We've had a couple. We had an NC2A champion, Division II. Lots of kids filing at junior nationals, that kind of thing. So
Yeah. That's awesome. So tell us about the school itself then. So what is the school?
it is a day and boarding school
Mm-hmm.
with we're about 1,000 students, give or take.
Okay.
There's a boarding component. There's about 150 to 200 kids who board here, and so our team kind of so it starts with 6th grade, but our
Right.
team really mirrors that component, in that we're about 70 to 80% local, and then 20% borders.
Right. Okay. Nice. Very nice. I love it. And so do you guys compete against then other private schools?
We do. We compete against other private schools, and then in the schools in Tennessee. We're very fortunate in Tennessee that for high school swimming, there aren't a lot of rules. There are like no rules. So we all have one state meet. We're not classed out. We have one state meet. Private, public, you get a true state champion.
Okay. Right.
So that's a lot of fun for the kids, because you can really say, hey, we are the state champs, not we're the class 3A champs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. And how many schools would you think would compete at that championship?
Oh, there's a lot.
Hundreds.
It's a lot. Not hundreds, but it's a lot. And last weekend, we swam Westminster School, which is one of the best teams in the state of Georgia. Bunch of Swim Atlanta kids, bunch of Dynamo kids. We had a great meet with them. Ton of fun. Tomorrow we're competing against Cardinal Gibbons, one of the best teams in North Carolina. They got Claire Curzan. She's coming over. We're actually competing. It's our traditional short course meter meet that we always do. So she's probably going to be, I think we've done that meet 12 years now, and at least 10 of them, somebody has broken a national record. So,
wow.
And Claire's probably going to break some.
Yeah, I think she might get a couple. She's pretty good.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Yeah.
Now, are you actually allowed to actively recruit to the school?
We don't say the recruit word. No. The answer is no. But what I do is if somebody asks me about, hey, thinking about sending our kids somewhere, then I answer the question, right?
All right, because you're boarding, I guess you could say, yeah, look, we board, and kids
Correct.
can come here, and right.
Correct, but we do not actively recruit. Now I am very proud that we have had 5 kids out of the national junior team in my 15 years here, and no, 6, but 5 of them have been local, right?
Oh, wow.
So
that's awesome. Very cool.
We got a great opportunity here.
So what's your philosophy then on coaching high school kids? I talked to a lot of college coaches. I talked to a lot of pro coaches. I don't talk to a lot of high school coaches. There's obviously a difference in the way that you're going to develop these kids. What's your philosophy on this?
Well, absolutely. The nice thing is I've got the opportunity and the availability of pool space, pool time, nobody really saying you can only swim this much,
Oh, right.
I can develop them any way I want. So I would say this, we've had 3 guys go under 420 in the 500, high school kids.
Dang.
Right? Not bad.
That's legit.
Yeah. We've had a couple guys, 6 guys go under 350 in the 4 and IM. And yet we got, our girls have the all-time national record in the 200 free relay, and our boys have the all-time national record in the 200 medley. So it kind of,
wow.
Coach, you're a great coach. You know the deal. You're given a hand to play with. Let's play with it.
Right.
And let's figure it out, and let's see where we can go with it. So that's how I would kind of say it. But we do structure it relative to, our high school meet is our big meet because we're a high school team. But then we go to nationals, junior nationals. I mean, we've had 5 different kids final at nationals.
Oh, really? So you're taking them to those big meets as well. You guys have budget for that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they go. We make it, they go, right?
Yeah. Sure.
But like I've been on the national junior team staff 5 times now. And it's wonderful to get that experience. One of my favorite things is our banner on my webpage is Baylor swimming on the world stage. So we're here high school wise, we're here nationally. We've got kids internationally competing all around the world. One of my favorite pictures in my office is a picture of there's 5 kids and me in Peru at the World Juniors, and we're all representing different countries, all got their different ways, but we're there, right?
Yeah.
So
was that the philosophy of the program when you took it over, or did you come in and rewrite this philosophy?
No, that was not no. No, but
that must have been hard to change then.
But I saw the potential.
Okay.
Right. Hey, so it's funny. I've been to a couple different camps and clinics and this and that.
Right.
Back down there, and when you guys were at Auburn, with David, and we had and even with Richard,
right.
And we would bring kids down, and I just saw the potential of what could be. Right. I left before I came here. I was at the Raleigh Swimming Association, which is basically the precursor to TAC Titans, right?
Right. Okay.
I was on the board that got that pool built for 5 years. And then this opportunity became, and I kind of saw what could be, right? So I always really thought about that, and away we go, and here we are. But I think I came here with the thought process of being, why can't, it's a beautiful school. It's a great school. You know, I'm very proud that my children have come here, and had the opportunity to be here and, you know, learn and grow. I coach my own child right now.
Oh, wow.
Here on the team, and it's a great place. And I keep looking out because it's so stunning outside.
Yeah.
But I think, and I've always thought that we could be great. I grew up in the prep school scene, right? I went to Germantown Academy. I grew up swimming for Mr. Shoulberg. You know, I'm a Philly guy.
Right.
Easterns, that whole deal, all that stuff meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, this school's got an opportunity to take off and do this.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's world renowned. I mean, when you just hear the Baylor School, like you know that, you know, they've got history, but a lot of that has come from you now. So in terms of your coaching career, who are your mentors?
Mr. Shoulberg, and I still call him Mr. Brett, I grew up 6 blocks from him, right around the corner.
Wow.
My dad fixed his cars. My dad
he's a good man too, by the way. He's a good man.
He's the best.
Yeah.
So I grew up in the Germantown program. I mean, I can remember, shoot, Brett, at one point, well, Jack Bowerly took me to my first junior nationals. How's that for a name?
Wow.
and some experience. 100. I can remember having Jack Bowerly, Rich DeSelm, Chris Martin being our assistant coaches, coaching us at Germantown.
In that little old, rundown pool.
Yes, 100%. Yes,
I've been there a few times. Love it.
Yes, yeah. I could tell you some stories, and they're all true.
You can smell the history in there when you walk in. You're just
right.
Like, oh, there's work being done here.
Correct. So, and then I was real fortunate in my coaching career. I went to the University of North Carolina, ACC champ, made NC2As, blah, blah, blah.
What event were you?
The mile. Where do you think? You know,
the mile.
I came from Germantown,
dear.
right?
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, not a lot of 50 freestylers coming out of it,
but so I got that opportunity. As soon as I graduated, an opportunity came to coach the team there in Chapel Hill, be an assistant coach. I got the opportunity at the same time, like a couple weeks later, to be the club coach of North Carolina Aquatic Club. So at 24 years old, I've got my own group for the college team, and I'm coaching NCAC as the head coach. And I know nothing. I don't know what a U.S. registration is at this point, right? But I did it with a lot of enthusiasm, and I was able to kind of progress on. And I've been super fortunate to be a part of great staffs when I was younger.
right.
Like I was at the University of Georgia, and I had Jack as the head coach, Harvey, Steve
Legend.
Boltman, Carol Capitani, Whitney Height.
Dang, it's like an all-star group.
Right. And me, if I don't learn something, then I'm an idiot. So, so I was real fortunate and just kind of moved my way on up. And then this opportunity came.
Well, listen, it's easy to see kind of how you formed your own theories and beliefs on swimming, but, you know, coming from Germantown, having the types of influences that you just talked about. Tell me this, though. How has that changed in the last 5 years even? You know, like, obviously the way that we coach is evolving and shifting. And, you know, you said you came from Germantown. I'm just thinking of all the buckets you must have pulled as a young kid and things like this, and just the work that you did, the capacity. It's definitely shifted now, you know. And so talk to me just in terms of the last 5 years. Have you had to make adjustments in the way that you're coaching kids?
Oh, I made adjustments. Yeah. So when I went to Georgia, I knew I was at the point where I could get kids to a certain level.
Right.
Okay. And I had all these great minds around me, and man, I listened. And I took and I took and I took and I took from each one of them. So I get asked all the time, do I coach anything like Mr. Shoulberg? The answer is no. I love him, but I'm too ADD to do that long stuff. What I try and do now is I think what has really helped our program is over the last couple of years, a guy named Rob Parks has, in my mind, become a crucial part of our program in that he's one of the top, or our number one video guys here, right?
Okay, right.
So he videotapes everything. And we watch it. And we watch it. And I tell them to watch it. And we count it. And
so you're talking about practices and competitions?
Definitely competitions, and on a good day, practices.
Okay.
And we watch it, and we record it, watch it, and then try and teach them. And that's the great thing about being part of the junior team staff. You really get to understand the importance of the race analytics. You know, and what I call it the calculus of going fast, right? So we watch it all the time, and I say, hey, what we're trying to do is this: figure out where you went the fastest. Let's figure out what your tempo was, stroke count was, kick out count. And then let's try and do that as many times as we can in practice.
Right.
Which is very different than 10 1,000s of Mr. Shoulberg, right?
Right.
But it kind of clicks with kids these days because who's getting who? They're visual learners, right?
Right.
That's how they learn.
They're on the phone all day.
Yeah. And I'm teaching and I keep using that word teaching, I'm teaching at a younger level. So I'm trying to get them to understand what that means, what makes you go fast, and let's do it, and let's do it, and let's do it. And then let's re-race it and see if we get a better result. Usually we do. Okay, what's the better result? And so I try and use that a lot.
So you're talking about skill-based training for sure, and then also maybe even some race pace. You do a lot of race pace in your workouts?
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Like, so we've we've had great success with boys 500s here.
Mm-hmm.
And our boys 500s are based off of a 75 set. So, it's only 3 laps, but it's
How do you calculate it?
I start to time them on the second lap from turn to turn.
Right.
And we reduce the interval. So like our best boys, the boys that break 420, they go on 45. The boys that break 430, they go on 50. But so they'll do, say, a 75 on 45, followed by an easy 25 on 40.
Mm-hmm.
And we just do that. I kind of laugh because people ask me about it, and I'm like, it's kind of USRPT, whatever you say it.
Yep.
Except for a longer race in my mind, in that we're making them, I very much focus on that middle 25, whatever they do from time to time. And after we build it up to like 36 rounds or whatever, I get a real feel for when they're done lap 5, I got a pretty good idea what they're going to finish with.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
So we do stuff like that, and I've extrapolated kind of down to for 200s of strokes, etc.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely works better for the boys than the girls. I'm still trying to figure out how to really make it be awesome for the girls. But that's kind of where we're at.
The boys and girls train together?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Talk me through your weekly schedule then. What would a week look like for you generally?
This year is a little different. And of course, COVID last year. So my thought process was this. We went through COVID last year and had some stops and starts and this and that. But if we didn't learn anything, then it was a huge waste of time. So first thing, when they walk in, I greet them with the Zap thing to take their temperature and all that. I still do that. Yes, I would like to know, obviously, if they come in with 100, I'm going to say, but it gives me that little check-in time with each kid.
Right.
So like right now, my group's me and 48 kids almost.
Wow.
So it gets hard to have that real,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But in the morning, what we do is basically this. We will do an hour of general aerobic work on Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
General stuff, pulling, kicking, blah, blah, blah.
Starting at 6 a.m.?
6, yes.
Right.
And then we go to last half hour is tower work. I have I told him this a couple weeks ago when I was over there. I got a thing from Braden Holloway.
Braden, yeah.
That I think really, really works and is really simple. And again, it's simple for high school kids to understand and digest. So we do that for the last 30 minutes.
Oh, you got a thing on the power towers. Is that what you're talking about?
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And we don't have enough towers for everybody. So the others, we kind of juggle it with parachutes. But
how many towers do you have?
5, 6, 7. 7.
Okay. It's a good number.
Yeah. and it's real helpful. So we do that in the morning. Then that goes till 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
They go to, and that gives them ample opportunity to get to school, get to extra help if they need it, and then school starts at 8:45.
Are they all boarders?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, only
Okay.
maybe 20%.
Okay, right.
Most are local.
Gotcha. So they're leaving practice, they're going home, eating, getting dressed, and coming back again.
No, they can go up to the dining hall.
Oh, they can.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
They charge you. I get that bill. And then after that, so the afternoon practices are pretty much every day is the same, which is 3:50-ish to 6 o'clock, 6:15, depending on time, who you are, all that stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes we go 3 mornings a week. Most of the time we only go 2, which is Monday and Friday. In my mind, I was a dorm parent for 9 years here. I understand how stressful and just how hard it is to sleep sometimes.
Right.
In the dorms. So I like to give them that 3-day, rest period.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I think they perform better. So Monday afternoons is usually threshold. Tuesday afternoons is, depending on what group, easy fast or speed. Let's go. Get off the blocks. Wednesday's Big Set Wednesday, which is, I like to tell them, we're going out for a nice long jog. It'll be the most yards you do all week, but it's not hard. So let's do this. Let's work on this. And then we kind of repeat it for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So.
Gotcha. And then how long is the Saturday morning workout?
As long as it takes. Right? I watched your show on Amazon, right? It's as long as it takes, right?
Yeah, we had a couple of those. That's right.
Right?
You know the philosophy. As long as it takes, we're gonna get it done.
As long as it takes. Depends on who you are, but depends on where we are in the year and all that.
Well, in regards to this, I know you're an avid listener to the podcast too, and probably some others. So for me, it's been a really good period of time to kind of connect with people. I think COVID really helped in that sense of like uniting people together and getting us to talk to each other more and open up a little bit and kind of support each other. It's been really good. But what are some of the things you've learned yourself in this period, maybe from listening to podcasts or talking to other coaches that have helped you?
Oh, I'm a huge fan of this podcast. What I love about it is your connections and your ability to reach out to folks who I have a pretty good idea of what's going on in the United States, right?
Yeah.
But man, there's all kinds of stuff going on throughout the world. And that's what I love about this podcast. That's what I've taken. And without question, the best things that I've taken from the podcast and tried to apply to what we're doing have been stuff from outside of the United States bubble, right?
Yeah, right. Had a lot of Aussies on here, that's for sure.
Hey. So here's a true story. So you were fired up when Titmus won, yeah?
Yeah,
you were fired up, yeah? And I was like, God damn, I knew it was coming, but man, I wanted, come on.
Yeah, Ledecky. That's kind of how Nate, my producer, was like, "Oh, man, I feel kind of bad for like cheering for Australia there." He's like, "I really wanted America to win, but like I'm happy for Titmus, but at the same time, there's allegiances for sure." But
Absolutely, 100%.
yeah.
So the guy from Canada, I don't know his name. I've chatted with him so many times at World Juniors and this kind of stuff. The one who coaches the young girl from
Ben Titley.
Yeah, who told the rest of us to get with the program, right?
Yeah.
Right? About yards and meters. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a great one. I laughed hard. Man, what he explained made so much sense to me. And I've kind of taken some of that. And so right now, yes, we're a high school team, but my best boys for sure are like, I don't know, 200 flyers, 400 IMers, 400 freestylers, long course. We're real strong right there. And some of his sets made so much sense.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, let's try it. Let's tip our, not go full in, but let's see how it goes. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 weeks later, let's try it again. Even better. That was tremendous.
Yeah, that was a good one. I love it when the coaches come on and just kind of open up the playbook and share,
Well, right. Come on, man. That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah.
A lot of us are here for sure. But just I used to coach Braden Holloway way back in the day. And just listening to him, it made so much sense. And I don't know, their program reminds me of when Auburn came and started to be
very similar.
Better, right? Better than everybody else. Well, they got to be doing something. Yeah. So I was curious to find out.
Yeah, Braden's doing a great job, and he's really grown as a coach and coming to his own as one of the best for sure, doing outstanding work. But you guys have long course water there? What's the pool situation?
10 lane, 50 meter.
Wow, beautiful. Bulkhead in the middle, I guess, or
bulkhead in the middle, but we got people to move it.
Beautiful. That's nice. So, like, are you kind of split? Like the summertime, it would be set up long course.
Yeah, a lot of the time. So, like during the fall, we'll go Friday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning, Monday morning, sometimes Monday afternoon, long course. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, short. We do that for a while. It's great. It really works out well. And it's nice. It's like this weekend, we can have the ability to have a 25 meter meet.
Oh, really? Wow.
Which is, that's why her school's coming over.
Oh, for the meters. Perfect.
Yeah. And it's helped us attract students because I can say, hey, at a minimum, you're going to get one 25 meter meet. I've had kids. I had a guy, Martin Grotsky, who won NC2As back in the day.
Right.
I could tell he was kind of special. His times did not jive with how talented he was. But they don't know yards, right? So I wanted to, it all started from getting him to come here. I wanted him to be able to have 1 meet a year where we would get him ready to go. Let's go. We would get it approved. We measured the pool, all that stuff. So that he could really, kick some ass.
Awesome.
And go and send his times back home. That has proved us well relative to drawing other students.
For sure. Yeah, that's awesome. Tell me this. Oh, I just had a really good question. It just disappeared out of my brain. Does that ever happen to you?
all the time. Ask my wife.
That's what I was going to say. Question on recruiting. Do you help them through the recruiting process? What's that like for your kids there?
Well, it's new this year because I had to go through it with my son.
Oh,
Right?
he's at that age now, is he?
Yeah, he's going to NC State. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's he swim?
He's a distance freestyler, pretty much.
Okay. Great. So they picked up a good one then. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm super proud of him, even though I went to North Carolina, so it's a little hard for me to, do the whole Wolfpack thing, but I'll do it.
Did he even consider North Carolina?
Yes. Yeah. He visited there. He visited Virginia. All three great schools. I'm like, dude, you can't.
Yeah.
You're in a good, pick one, you're in a great spot.
So you just hands off there. You just left it up to him.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Aside from money,
I'm
like, here's what we can do. But aside from that, 100%. I had, I went with him on his trip to North Carolina. I went with him to NC State. I couldn't go with his Virginia trip because we had a 550 kid meet here that I was hosting.
Right.
Tried to. Coaching your own kid is tricky, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've always tried to be as hands off as I can. But I am as involved as the parents want me to.
Okay.
And I make that clear. So if they want me to be their agent, well, I've coached at Georgia, LSU, North Carolina, Brown. I know the deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
If not, I'm happy to stay out of it. I'll give my opinion if asked. If not, so I really try to be, because I think it's important for the kids to, I always say, look, unless you're going pro and making zillions of dollars, right? Yes, we want you to have a great swimming experience, but there's a whole other component to this.
Sure.
That's got to jive with you. That's got to make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
So I try and stay. I'm as involved as they want me to be.
Now you get a lot of college coaches come and visit. You open to that?
Oh yeah. I'm open for anybody. Like we rarely have a Christmas training where somebody doesn't come and join us and train with us. It just makes it more fun for everybody. But 100%. We're very happy to have coaches come on the deck and chit chat. I love doing that. I could do it all day.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the son. I do it all day, actually.
Yeah, you do.
That's what I do. Listen, man. I was lucky to get one of your swimmers, Christian Selby, there. For a few years back. Good kid. Loved him, and he obviously was coached well, and both in and out of the pool. Just a good kid. He's one of those kids. He would come up and shake my hand every morning, just like you said, greeting at the door. Come in and say hello, coach. I just love that when athletes do that, when kids do that, it makes you feel so good, doesn't it?
We do try and promote that, and yes, it's wonderful, and it makes you realize why you got up so early in the morning every day, right? Selby, he's a good guy.
Yeah. So, what about you? How much longer you think you'll be doing this one for? Till all the bills are paid, huh?
Well, 6 kids, so the bills are going to keep coming.
How old's the youngest?
11 years old.
Okay, you got a few more years then.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it here. It's so much fun. it's the funny thing, Brett, is this. I still think I'm like 25. I still think I'm a young coach.
I'm with you on that one.
That's why I love your podcast. I'm still a sponge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sucking it all up. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon.
Awesome. Yeah. I think all the best coaches are like that, just soaking it up. And I just went on deck with Eddie Reese a few weeks ago, and at his age, he's still the same way. Just still asking questions and taking it all in. And it's amazing to see that, inspirational. I was going to say something else. There is Chattanooga, Tennessee. What else is there to do in Chattanooga?
Chattanooga is awesome.
Yeah.
It's called the Scenic City. It's beautiful. It has twice, I think, won Outdoor Magazine's most hip, fun, little,
Really?
I always say, so I got a lot of friends. So my daughter goes to the University of Texas, right?
Mm.
I got a lot of friends and relatives very well connected down in Austin. And I always say Chattanooga is Austin's little brother.
Oh, really?
It's very cool. It's very eclectic.
How many people?
It's a couple 100,000. It's.
Oh, really?
I always laugh. Well, yeah, because it's really taken off. I always laugh. It's got everything that Atlanta has and everything that Nashville has, except it doesn't have the traffic.
Perfect.
Exactly. So yeah, like Chuck Batchelor comes down Bluefish, and now I guess SOU Swim Mac. He comes down and practices. He's one of the ones who comes down over Christmas break with us all the time. I actually coach Chuck, which is
really
a long story. Yeah, but yeah. Chuck and I are like this.
Good dude.
But he loves it here. I've never met anybody who visits here and is like, wow, this place has a lot to offer. So it's kind of like when I visited here initially, I was like, I was in the Research Triangle. That was exploding. Our club was exploding. We're about to break ground on the new Triangle Aquatic Center. But when I visited here, I was like, there's something to here. And it has grown appropriately. It hasn't grown too fast where you can't move anywhere or anything like that. And like what I love is, so there's probably 6 or 7 little kids on our club team. Well, I always say, Forest Avenue Posse, what's up? That's my street, right? They all live on my street. They all swim here. It's
cool.
It's small enough, but big enough.
Yeah. How's the barbecue there?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's what I miss. The barbecue in the South, man. I do miss that. I want to get back down there and get some of that.
Yeah, really good. I am quite convinced there's a couple teams that just come here for the barbecue, for our hospitality.
Yeah, no doubt in the world. Well, listen, man, I appreciate this. Thanks for catching up with us. It's been awesome.
Hey, this is great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck with everything. When are the state championships, and then when are the national championships for you?
So the state championships are the second weekend in February, basically SEC time.
Right.
And then national championships, we wait until California gets done. There is no official for high school one set meet, right?
Oh, really?
Okay. That's why it's like we've won the mythical thing 7 times, but it's still mythical in that our meet's done here. Like bowls, they've already They've already swum their meet.
Oh, so it's like you post times and then they compare them, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. And then they just score it out.
Yep. That's how it goes.
It would be fun though if you could somehow get it together and just pull it all together.
Yeah. But we'll be racing in the spring with our club meets. The way I approach it is this: let's do our high school events, hundreds and down, at our state meet. Let's be the best that we can be, and then let's progress on and put those to bed, and let's race the mile and the 4 IM, the 200 fly. Let's be awesome at the 200s. That's kind of how we approach it.
Here's a question. Do you think there's any legitimate concerns about the threat of U.S. supremacy in swimming at all?
Meaning?
It's just been the nation of, forever. It's like you guys, the U.S., us, is just the country that everybody chases, the ones that everybody's going after. I mean, you just watch the Olympics. I mean, and you're in kind of the junior national level. So you see, is there anything that you're concerned about at all? Or do you feel like everything is running as smoothly as it needs to run?
Relative to performance, or I'm not.
Yeah, I just mean like in terms of maybe just the state of U.S. swimming, in terms of from the junior program all the way to the national senior level. I mean, you're in that realm there where you're producing these athletes. Are you feeling the support? Are you feeling like it's sustainable? Like you know what I'm saying?
I think that's a whole nother talk, probably.
That's kind of why I got into it then.
Are
you being supported? Do you feel supported?
Yes. Not a wholehearted yes, but yes. Here's what I know. There are badass swimmers all around the world.
Yes, for sure.
That was having been to three now World Junior Championships and 1 Junior Pan Packs. Man, I can see that a mile away.
Well, the world's getting smaller. You and I are talking right now, and 5 minutes from now, they're going to be watching it in Italy. You know what I mean? Like, so the world's getting smaller. So sharing of information.
So this is funny. So I had a big talk with my team this morning at practice. And I was talking about that exact thing, how the world's getting smaller. And I talked to them about, I used to go to, the national team camps and all this stuff. And it was awesome and all that. And they'd give us this information. And they'd say, don't tell anybody.
Right.
Don't tell anybody. Right. And I used to joke that, plus I'm talking to high school kids because they get this reference. We're in the cool kids club. Ooh, right?
Right.
And then I talked to them about, so Trey Freeman, who's national team member and all that, who swam for us, national high school record holder. He won junior nationals with a 133 flat by like not much, right? And he's like, wow, coach, there's a lot of people swimming fast. Yeah. And I'm like, you know why that is? And I just told him, and he's like, no, I don't. I'm like, it's the internet.
I agree. Yeah.
One of my things I begged my team to do, Baylor Swim Club kids, if you're out, because we're about to start break, please do this. I said, there's so much fast swimming going on this weekend, whether it be ISL or any number of NC2A.
Right.
Watch them.
Watch
what they're doing. Learn. Watch them.
For sure.
I think that's a huge thing, I don't know. I don't know. We could always be supported better, but I grew out of a program that was kind of a mom and pop thing in Germantown where we just put our heads down and worked. So there's that component too. But yeah, I think I think we can be supported better. And I think there's so much information out there that I know we've got. Let people have it. Let them learn from it. I was super fortunate to be on all those junior teams and stuff.
Yeah.
But I would freely come back and be like, so I'm a Grateful Dead fan, right? Huge Grateful Dead fan. And one of the things that I always took from them was they would let you tape their shows. And that the band would say, once we're done with it, let the public have it. Have it. I think the United States swimming would be served well by taking that kind of approach and giving everybody the information, making it easy to get, because there's talented kids all over the place. Hey, I've had some real studs come out of Alabama where you were for a long time. Don't think of Alabama as a hotbed of swimming, but there's talent there. And if we're going to be the dominant force that we can be, we have to utilize all our resources.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely doing my part to try and
thank you for that question.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, look, you've been in this game a long time, and you've been on many junior national teams, and I just didn't know what level of support you have, and is it enough? You're feeling it, or is the message, hey, we would like more, give us more support? So I think it's a fair question,
Very fair.
But yeah. All right, well, listen, I appreciate this. Thanks. It's been awesome. Good luck with the season, and we're cheering for you, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Dan. Take care.
Yep.